He's pretty mad. He looks pretty happy, but I'm pretty sure he's having to tear down his businesses. But since I never want to miss those, I'm going to save. I'm going to update the number again, just in case everything goes Pete Tong. And I'm going to quit and start again, simply because... Well, simply because. That music bug, or sound bug, kicks in after 2 hours without fail. And what you gotta do is just restart the game, or else you'll never hear little video effects again. Jake, how many cities do you need to get at least all resources for ships, building, and feeding your people? Well, you only need 2 resources for feeding, grain and something else, so let's say grain and cheese. You only need brick and wood for building, and you need cloth, which requires wool, for shipbuilding. You'll need hemp for shipbuilding. You will need metal tools, which will also need raw metal. So that's 9 resources altogether so far. Pitch, which also needs wood, but you've already accounted for that. And is there anything else I'm missing? Ships require hemp, wood, pitch, metal tools, cloth. I think it's those 5. Yeah. So 5 items there, plus brick, plus raw metal, plus wool, plus 2 types of food. And there you have 10 items. And theoretically, you could get 10 items from 2 places. That's unlikely, but possible. Well, probably possible. So yeah, I guess 2 extremely well-placed cities would keep you in good stead. Prosperity would be a real pain because there would not be the divergence of stuff. Alright, but let's get back into the game since we have that up and on the go again. We're back in, and who am I waiting on? Why is Guard Thagnus just treated as idling about at sea? Besiege the place for a change, will you? Oh, but there's Xenon who also wants to besiege the place. Okay, so I guess one is shoving out the other. So if you go to besiege, Thagnus is pushed out. That's interesting. Well, Thaggy can just wait there, I guess, so that when we're done he can actually... No, that doesn't make any sense. I would like Xenon to actually guard the place once you're done there. So essentially you can go elsewhere, since there's no real job for you to do. Hell, you can go to Ripon, and that way I only need Hamburg and Bremen to be defended. Which means I don't need much from here. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. That was really not thought well through by the developers. Either that or I'm missing something incredibly important. But, you know, that wouldn't be the case. There's no way that would be the case. Okay, so I have a lot of fleets here once again. And they need to be destroyed. There's so many of them, unfortunately. So it takes an annoying amount of time to get through them. 53 idle fleets though, that's just scary. A scary amount to work with, I mean. The UI that just does not scale. Maybe they wanted to be sure that they could support really low resolutions. Or maybe they just didn't really care. They are German after all. Can't beat those Carvels. Okay, I think we're almost done. Okay, but you guys, you deserve a name, because you're already suited and booted to go. And I don't know what Kov Fefe means, but it probably means you're going to Hamburg in some language. Was that the SS Mehmet? All these accursed river cogs. But at least it means I'm well suited to actually dealing with river cities as and when I want to build them up. But I'll need a butt ton of clay for that. A butt ton of clay that I don't really currently have at the moment. But I will. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... And I think that's all of them. Good. And I only really need one more. One more fleet. Also, Alberg does not appear to be under siege anymore or anything of the sort. So what do we have? Do we have a couple of cogs? I would take a couple of crayers if we had. So come on, crayers, I'm sure you're ready for me. No, crayers can't stand up to it. Cog it is. He says, unable to see a cog with 2 stars. I see hulks with 2 stars. Wherever possible, I prefer not to use my hulks because they're super strong. Oh man, is that the other crayer that we need? No, I think that's the very same one I threw away. Okay, hulks it is. Or a 1-star cog could do it. Yeah, there's plenty. And we're still hammering down on that grain production. What was that? Okay. I thought it was 100% prosperity, which would scare me. Because that would tell me things are almost too good here. I don't know what Dansk Fracht is, but it probably means Danish scum. And with that, unless I've miscalculated something, and I doubt that, everything should be sorted. Where are you going? Hamburg. You're going to Bremen. And you are guard Danish scum. Good. That should be everything. Let's never worry about it ever again.
I just had to tear down a business which was no longer profitable, and I have you alone to thank for that.
What a pity.
So that's what you get.
Whoa! 6,000 commodities in Lubeck destroyed. Horrible. Convoy Struhe. Why am I attacking convoy? This isn't going to make me popular. I guess someone tried to trade with a city that I'm blockading. No, it was a reward, so somebody got in my way. Not even paying attention to who. Okay, now I can just tell all of these places to hire my ships. And we can all be happy. Unless I forgot to... oh, this is dangerous. I do not want Hamburg building cathedral. So please... The wall does not appear to be an option. Large shipyard is always something that I'm keen on. There we go. So Hamburg gets it, Bremen gets it. It's a good opportunity to check that these guys are not even considering building cathedrals. Now Bremen is meant to give me what exactly? They're currently experiencing a drought, but ignoring that. Come now, Bremen, you can tell me. 100 hemp from Bremen. Oh, well, that's probably why I built this hemp farm. And come to think of it, didn't I tell them to build that stupid wall? Pretty sure I told them to build that stupid wall. What are these guys even doing with all the money I'm throwing at them? Perhaps that's one of those things better off not knowing. Right, but to get there... wait, what was that? Ah, right, I'm withdrawing the patrols. Hold on, I didn't accidentally withdraw this one, because that sounds like something I would do. Okay, no, it's looking good. Gaan again. Has this guy without a name. Your guard. Ah, the Bismarck. Funny thing is, these ships aren't actually going to make me much profit here. Like 1,300 to cost, or rather to pay for that ship. I don't think the patrol is going to make me that money back. Nonetheless, Hormuz. Oh, there's plenty of money here. However, I didn't tell you to be attacking ships. Let's change that. Get on with providing patrol. Everywhere you go. This is a huge undertaking and it costs a lot of ships. But if it means that I don't have to worry about tracking down pirates, still gotta fight them, but that's quickly and easily done. And that's just wonderful news for me. Love of God, would you build that wall? I wonder if there's just some bug where they ignore what you tell them to do. Although the existence of some bug does not surprise me in this game. And where's that wall I told you to build? Why do you instead want to build a tower? This is why sometimes you just have to go in there and become the mayor yourself. So the situation in Boston looks pretty good, but I wonder if it's what I want them to do. Boston, I apparently want 100 salt in, but currently I kind of need the clay, so I'm happy enough that they are providing me with plenty of clay. I can always sort things out once I get everybody's population up to 100,000, because then it's easy enough to just fiddle around with. It's London, of course, they need the tower. Alright, Jim Chapman. Get in, please. What can you do for us? I'll tell you what, we can certainly have a higher tax around here. I know it's not very like me not to charge people oodles of tax. There. Now, if I'm not terribly mistaken, everybody has their defenses. Now, Rostock man, he's just getting angrier and angrier. He will hopefully attack soon, and then he'll become happy again. And then there's you. You're already not that happy, so take my money and be happier. As Königsberg enjoys a whole bunch of plague, probably because they don't have enough wine, or they have too much wine. It's hard to tell these days. Okay, what is not getting done that should be done? I'm pretty sure wood is going everywhere as much as they need it. So the question is, am I overproducing it? The answer is, well, probably yes. I could probably go to places like Aarhus, and Aarhus is meant to give me, well, 50 wood and 50 pitch. Whereas in fact they bring me lots of clay, but clay is something that I need right now. So I'm only too happy for them to give me lots of that. So I'll probably actually currently tell them to build up a lot more clay, and I can grab the other goodies later on. Gotta be pragmatic, even when I have long-term plans that aren't quite like this. But here's the thing, because the clay pits and the pitch guys are both 2x8s, then it means that I can destroy the clay pits later on, and just replace them with the pitch with no problems to positioning. It's not like having honey farms around here and then going, oh snap, I can't replace my honey farms with these pitch things because of the different shapes. Not like that at all. So there we go, that should really bump up the amount of clay that I have coming in, provided I actually provide that clay. So with that in mind, you guys stop working so much on wood, start working on, you know, everything else. Haven't I somewhat drowning in pitch though? Oh well, somebody else's problem. And now they need wood. No, they got wood, trust me. Then again, Stettin is out of wood. No, okay, no, these places are going to need building materials because I've just told them to build up loads of stuff. That's to be expected and there's nothing unusual there. And this is good, Lubeck is starving. Danzig is also starving. I should consider perhaps rebuilding a people mover though, so I can abduct those people and move them elsewhere. But I also don't care that much. Also, pelts? Heavens, yes. What do you mean I'm not making these guys work? You couldn't be more wrong. Still gonna build them though because it's good money. How much easier was that to like going out and hunting pirates down? The answer is so much easier. So if we look through for our guards are all working hard. Except for Aquaholic and Aquavita, who are both in Aalborg. Does that mean I didn't do like Nimwegen or something? Pretty sure I did Nimwegen, in fact you're right there. I guess I brought too many guards. Oh well, guess that's not too bad a thing, really. When you think about the fact that you will never acquire all the digital money in the world, are you sad that you will never reach that destination, or does it make you happy to know that the journey will never end? Well, you should never say never, especially when I'm on the case. The bricks from Aehus just stopped because I had to use all the bricks for Aehus's buildings. Sad state of affairs. Mecklenburg is letting the beggars in again, and you are great. Commercial route, that's what I need. Unfortunately, you want 53 clothing, which I don't really have here, but if I recall well, I am producing clothing somewhere. And there it is. And this is why I still keep Hunter on the case. Hunter to Rostock, grab those clothes, take him to Kongsberg.
I just had to tear down a business which was no longer profitable, and I have you alone to thank for that.
It's just music to my ears, really. Kongsberg to Kaunas. Okay, sure. I mean, that was such a useless road, but if you say so. I'll make use of these roads later on. I don't care about them right now. Right, what I do care about are cases where I'm producing way too much of something and it's just not getting around. Beer is not the case, though. Beer I do not produce enough of. London needs my magical touch, though. Notice that my population is going, popularity is going way down here. Yeah, don't care about these. That's okay, it means I won't be alderman later on. Now, I built a lot of houses in London, and honestly I want London to prosper more, even though it's just a subsidiary town. So I'm actually going to build up the brewskis like I said I would. And it gives a great use for all that grain as well. I just wish these guys would actually build their bloomin' wall. Oh shoot. No. Don't slip up like that. That's how bad accidents happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That's like 40 of them. And I gotta tell you that you need a lot of grain, Mr. Counting House Man. So store up a ton of it. Alright, that sounds fine. How much beer does Jake really want? Pretty much all of the beer. We underproduce it right now. And you can tell because I never seem to have enough for meals for the poor. A lot of pitch though. So Harlem, which should be stocking loads of pitch and isn't. Right, wasn't my problem that the pitch wasn't going around here? And I even made another fleet for it? I think the pitch is reaching, it's just slowly making its rounds. There's also the fact that Harlem itself demands lots of it, because I try to send it away. LMNOP for pitch. I mean, there you are. Dark Ages. Wait, oh, you started your journey in Bergen. Yeah, but that should hit up Aalborg pretty quickly. And you're in Edinburgh right now, or at least going to Edinburgh, which is towards the end of your journey. But still, I fear that Harlem... Okay, they probably sold off most of their pitch pretty quickly. But this is where Wildcard Thagnus comes in, and I haven't been using him much. But what I can do is pick up goodies that, frankly, we don't have enough of in other places, and take him around, especially that pitch. So down to Harlem you go, and whilst I'm space barring my way through that, I can keep an eye on you. And the Mecklenburger man won't be happy until he plunders. You don't have a lot of grain. Let me help you out with that. But you don't have enough pitch. I'll help you out with that too. And I'm going to need that because we don't have enough. And London's going to get that grain. Which means my my expeditionary forces. They gotta go. So Barl needs pitch and metal goods. I just really want these things to grow. I just want to see that they can grow. Because it's not like I'm interested in the tons of micro that's involved with them. Carl's you. Pitch and metal tools. I mean, the metal tools are getting produced and getting around. I'm very proud of that. Nad wants metal tool, pitch and pelts. And we're actually looking good on the pelts for once around here. Istanbul wants pitch and pelts. And then our last little nugget over there. Where in the world is that other... You went over here, didn't you? Why? I'll just ditch your rubbish. What does the last place even want? Tubby wants... Okay, and you are not going back to Riga. Actually, I think that's the problem. Everybody was told to go back to Riga when I want them back to... Yes, back to... Where is Harlem? I know I'm not very good at seeing, but... There we go. Alright, metal tools and... pelts. Yikes, we need pelts to be shipped around a bit more. Alright, but you know what that tells me? That tells me you guys... Yeah, you're going back to Harlem, that's fine. Harlem is fine. Riga is not fine. Stop that. Return to Harlem. Good. Very good. There you go. I don't even know if you would bother from having a bit of extra wool, but I'm giving it to you anyway. Well, maybe not all that much. It does need to come back with me. Still, back we go. So, should have an auto fleet around here somewhere. Auto Golden Horde, pick that up. Meanwhile, I look at what I have too much of here, which is pitch, cheese, even meat is piling up now. And I look towards Riga. Riga is like a model city around here. No, Visby is a bigger, better model city. And it can tell me what goods are not getting around enough. Fish, of course. Cheese is kind of surprising. Like the idea that cheese wouldn't float enough around here. And it must flow pretty well there, but oh, color me surprised. Maybe I could do with more cheese. But pelts are a bigger thing. Pelts don't get around enough in the east. So yes, I need to set up a pelt brigade. I'm pretty sure I don't even have one. I think I only have pelts for the west. Pit, 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 pelt. So yes, I only have pelt west, whereas I could do pelt center and pelt east as well. Now the demands for pelt right now, even with all this, is not very high. It's like 1,000 for the entire Hansa every 10 days. So a single cog should be able to take care of the center here. I guess if I want to be timeless, 2 cogs would do fine. So pelt al 2 and Joachim has Hammerby. That's not 3D artist on my project, Joachim, is it? Because that would be really cool. Alright, around the center we go. Load and unload all those. Oh man, it feels good to get back to doing this after sorting out pirate hunting fleets for so long. And city building. Man, the city building is dull. There we go. So get on it, and that is Pelt Center. Similarly, 1,000 cogs could take care of the entire east. So Pelt Alberg 3, and I'm gonna have to actually scroll up for this. What are you gonna be? I'm not sure if we've done Volcanon, but if we haven't, we're having him again. Well, no, that came out wrong. Doesn't matter how it came out though. Stettin is center, right? Yeah, I treat him as center. It's Danzig who's east. The money that we're gonna make on shipping pelts though is pretty nice. Jake, how's the buying of land going? I paid 30 million for 5% of Pomerania. Or was it Livonia? Either way, I felt robbed. And it's only going to get more expensive. So there's Pelt East. And I do want a second cog on you. Doesn't matter, the cogs are pretty damn slow. It's fine as is. Okay, that convoy just found a bucket of ducats. Good job, Golden Horde. So hey, we'll be able to afford that other map before too long. Alberg, though, you have a bunch of production plants that I don't care about, so away you go, and away you go, and away you go, and you guessed it, away you go. If you want more, you're gonna have to pay me even more for it. And I don't really care about this. I don't care about losing my standing here either. Alright, so what do I still have to do? Haarlem disappoints me with its severe lack of hemp yet again. Also disappoints me by being under siege when it holds all my money, so I'll be having that back, thanks. Also, the housing occupancy is going